Rhea story with Albizia, some water lily hidden there, roses, and Puccini, the talkative macaw, the sour. I'm thinking of social networks now. I've just read in a positive psychology book, The Happiness Advantage, uh, the Harvard man Sean Acor, student of Tal Ben-Shahar. I don't know exactly what his position is with Harvard now, but he's consulting. He's been there for 12 years, he said, as as an assistant to Tal Ben-Shahar, and I don't know in what other capacities. Interesting book, and talking about towards the end about research in the importance of social networks. They've studied the happiest people, and they saw that the most important element they had in common was strong social networks. He's exemplifying or supporting this with an example from his life and his beginnings as um, a volunteer firefighter, in which they go in teams of two. One is sticking to the wall, and the other one is together with the first, trying to find survivors on the floor in the building, the rooms on fire. And without this connection, you're lost, you're dead. And it's the same way with us. We need the support. The tests, other tests confirm this, that those who have strong bonds, social support, are happier and therefore more productive. They have better professional and private lives. Thinking back, um, indeed, I must say that I was very happy and energetic and could find a lot of energy and had success when this friend Adrian was around, and he was a great guy, funny, smart, clever, maybe a bit mischievous, but then both of us were. And it was great. It's in previous notes, the Black Sea, all sorts of adventures, Slanik Moldova, around here so much, discos, Depeche Mode, women, Menage a Trois, whatever, so much. Then again, when I was so much involved with this Miss Romania, that was a great time. Well, it's the highlights, the climaxes, the great moments were out of this world. The sad moments were really down there, hellish, but it was a joyride. When it ended, it was a depressing atmosphere and period. And then after that, trying to make like a short look at the human factor in the previous chapters. Um, Again, there were moments when I got involved with one actress or another. It looked like it's going to work, that I'm falling in love, but then I was rejected. Then I proved superficial in another thing. I mentioned in some recent chapters the fact that I think that someone in this neighborhood here, this same gated community, um, that I've been with years back, and while I was with her, I met a friend. She introduced me to someone working in my building, and then I had sex with the other one. True, it wasn't my fault. She came with a mini skirt. We went with this Daniel who had no time to hi to call and find someone to go out with at night. So I was doing that. In fact, for a while I was so mean that I knew he had a girlfriend. He was bored with this, and I was helping him cheat, uh, be with others on the side. That's not good. So, if assessing the Daniel human factor, social network, that was not really it had some benefits in the sense of uh, he I would call and I would meet with this girl that I liked, I knew, and then she had another friend or something, and then he would like that we would go out with some of the girls, sometimes even scored, to use a vulgar term. And I went to the club, I don't know what's the name of that, Matrix, some of these fancy places where he had access. He had already then much more money than I did, and that was a benefit. We would pay for trips to the Black Sea, for instance. We went to the mountains a few times, which I could do, and I did, in fact, through mostly on a work-related basis. I took their clients, but that was in, if not negative territory, I'm thinking now. It's in this again, happiness advantage, another positive psychology books. The attitude which we need to adopt with people from our social network. It's constructive and active at one extreme, and active destructive at the other. In between, having passive destructive and passive active, passive constructive. The best, of course, is active constructive. Wow, you got this promotion, it's so great. When do you start? Wonderful. At the other end is, of course, did you get the promotion? I thought Willie was better for the job. I didn't expect that. I think he would have made a better uh, manager for that area. So, but even if you're just passive, that's not good. And I'm thinking that this was not this is not the way to go. Uh, in some ways, in a few from a few points of view, for instance, he's a smart guy. That worked, but then I don't know. So it was often a game of irony. He would use irony and mockery. That's also true. Did you get there? I mentioned with the dog. You have the dog. Well, I can't. I'm with the dog out. We can't. You didn't tell me that you want to do something tonight, so I'm with him. Don't worry. He'll follow. We'll take him. What do you mean? I know he wasn't. He didn't want to put dairy in the car, so he just said, "Oh, he'll just follow us around, like chase the car." Yeah, right. Active destructive.